The rationale for this cap is to protect the fledgling, state-owned Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, CPC, which is already struggling under losses, aging infrastructure, and past corruption scandals. Allowing a behemoth like Sinopec unfettered access could, critics argue, eviscerate local capacity and place critical energy supply under foreign control. Chinese media reported that Sinopec is facing bureaucratic and political decision-making skepticism in Sri Lanka, which Beijing is frustrated by. A Chinese economic analyst was quoted as saying, "Despite the chaos, both sides appear reluctant to back out of the agreement." Sources confirm that productive discussions are ongoing and that both sides are committed to finding a solution.
As the types of processing units. Crude oil is delivered to the refinery through various forms of transportation, such as pipelines, ships, trains, and even trucks, and is stored in large tanks at ambient temperatures, typically around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. From the storage tanks, crude oil is sent to a furnace for heating, where the temperature can range between 650 and 670 degrees Fahrenheit. The heated crude is then sent to a distillation tower, where the pressure inside the tower is typically in the range of atmospheric pressure. Once the crude oil begins to heat and vaporize, this mixture of hydrocarbons will travel up the distillation tower. And as the vapor travels up, it is cooled to the point where the individual fractions begin to condense out at what is known as the dew point of that fraction. These condensed fractions are then removed from the side drawers on the tower. The lightest portion of the crude leaves at the top of the tower as a vapor. These materials have a boiling point of less than 90 degrees and are typically comprised of components such as methane, ethane, propane, or butane. As you move down the tower to the fraction with a boiling point range between 90 and 220 degrees Fahrenheit, you get what is referred to as light virgin naphtha or light straight run. This material can be blended directly into gasoline as a low-octane blend component, or it can be sent to an isomerization unit where it's upgraded to a higher octane component. Octane is an important hydrocarbon component in gasoline. Higher octane blends that can withstand more compression are used in high-performance gasoline engines that require higher compression ratios. So moving down the tower, the next fraction is known as heavy virgin naphtha, which has a boiling point in the range of 220 to 315 degrees Fahrenheit. It can be blended into gasoline, but most refineries will upgrade it into a reforming process before actually blending it into the gasoline pool. Kerosene boils at temperatures ranging between 315 and 450 degrees Fahrenheit. It generally needs to be treated to remove sulfur and can either be blended into diesel or sold as kerosene or jet fuel. Diesel boils between 450 and 650 degrees Fahrenheit, and like kerosene, diesel often has to be treated to remove sulfur before being sold as diesel fuel. Some refineries have the flexibility to send this material to another unit for additional conversion, where the diesel can be converted into a gasoline boiling range material. And finally, as you move towards the bottom of the tower, we have what we call the atmospheric tower bottoms fraction, and this includes anything that boils above 650 degrees Fahrenheit. The atmospheric tower bottoms are generally sent to a vacuum distillation unit, which operates below atmospheric pressure, meaning if you have an open valve on a vacuum